Hello friends, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. My name is Amber, for those of you who are new. Today we're continuing on with the craft fair series. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll link those all below in a playlist. I am so excited to show you this project. I've been waiting to do this one and wanted to get some fall things done, but it is time to dive into the Christmas things. So most of the craft fairs that I'm in, people are coming to find the Christmas goodies. So today we're gonna be making what I'm calling vintage Christmas storybook journals. These look just like vintage Christmas books, right? Well, that is not what I used to make these. So a lot of you have already probably discovered this, but I was in complete shock when I found these on Amazon. They're greeting cards and they come in a pack just like this. There's 40 cards. There's these like little book page circle stickers and craft envelopes, and you get 40 of them. They're linked below, so if you want to go and get some, there's different designs. But look at these beautiful cards. So first of all, here's the card, and you just fold it in half like this, and it's an instant journal cover. So the back is already distressed and really cute. And I'm going to show you how I line this and how we're going to turn it into a cute little vintage junk journal. So here's the designs that come in this set. So there's Santa's Ride, the Christmas Dance. Look how, I mean, they're just adorable. They look just like a dupe for like a little golden book or a Christmas vintage children's book. I just absolutely love these. So I'm just kind of quickly showing you all of these. And these measure 4 by 6 when you fold them in half, like this. And there's that one. I just think these are the most beautiful, vibrant, cute vintage cards. And then there's this one, this one. So again, you get 40 in there, and there's different packages. So I haven't received my other ones yet that I ordered, but I'm so excited to have this in my stash now. A few years ago, I did a tutorial on how to turn a greeting card into a journal. So it was way more simple and just like a plain journal, but we're gonna make these kind of vintagey and cute. So I'll link that video below, but let me take you through the ones that I've made. So those of you who are intimidated to make a junk journal, don't be. These are the easiest junk journals of your life, I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna start with A Joyful Christmas, and it is so beautiful. I showed you a close-up, and this is such a nice greeting card. It is like the best quality. It's such a vibrant matte finish, and the colors are just beautiful. And also there's some like distressing. It looks so realistic. And the other thing is it has such a nice like soft buttery texture. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just really nice. So let me flip through this one first. I used some bronze book corners, and I just used them on the front cover. They're so easy to use. So again, I was intimidated for the longest time, but they actually are so easy to use. So I'm gonna open this up, and on the front inside cover, I just line this with scrapbook paper. So this is a great way to use up your scrapbook paper. And on some of the others, I did add a pocket with some goodies in there, so it just depends. They're all a little bit different. And on this front cover, this is like a sample of vintage wrapping paper, but it's not authentic. I got this pack of like vintage wrapping paper samples off Amazon, and it has like a wrapping paper look with like the shine, but it has like the thickness and the texture of scrapbook paper. But here's a close-up. It's double-sided. So there's the other side. And it feels and looks like vintage wrapping paper. I love it. So I used a combination of tea stained and avocado stained paper. Now this like reddish pinkish hue is avocado stained, and it's so crinkly, and it's just filler paper. I wanted kind of like a vintage vibe. So I used 4 of each, so that's 8 sheets. Folded in half is 16, front and back is 32. So I just did every other one, and you don't have to use tea dyed or avocado dyed or coffee dyed paper. You can just simply use printer paper. So just get some nice printer paper, fold it in half, and use it. And I'll talk about that more in the tutorial. And then I decided, since each of the cards comes with an envelope, I wanted to use the envelope. So I just folded it in half and used it upside down, so this would make a pocket. And I just put some just different goodies in each pocket. It's all gonna differ. This is just a flip up tag that I used with some of the scraps of the avocado paper. And I just put a sticker on here. I just used a bunch of like vintagey collections that I have and just used like different elements from each one. And then up here is a top loading pocket, and I just cut this cute tag out of a paper collection that I have and added some red and white twine. So that one just goes up there. And I just added a sticker on the back of the envelope. So then we just continue on with more of the dyed paper. And once you reach the middle of the journal, so I just got this from the Friends of the Library, and it was like coming unstapled, see? And so I, of course, picked it up, and these pages are so vintage and beautiful, and they're like little songs, and with these illustrations, I thought it was so cute. So I just cut these down to size and used them for a middle pocket in the middle of each of my journals. So this is that book page here, and I put this in the center of my journal. So I made a cute little pocket out of it, and you can just stick in whatever you want in there. So I used these cute journal cards that I had. I had a whole bunch of these like vintage cute little journal cards for Christmas. And they're from Authentique. I thought it was perfect because it kind of looks like little children's book pages. So I just made that pocket for the center, and then there's the other side. It's so adorable. And then it just continues on with more filler paper. You can junk these up as much as you want. You can add different types of paper, which is what I really wanted to do. But when you're mass making things, like for your craft fair, it's a lot easier to just do it in like a streamlined process. So here's the other side of that envelope, and I used the cute little book page sticker that I got from that card set. And then here's another tag. That just goes in the top pocket, and then you turn it, and here's the other side with the pocket. So here's just another avocado dyed paper, and I added a sticker and a sticker down there. And then here's the rest of the journal. So this is for lots of writing. You can make a Christmas list with this, card list, whatever you want. And then here's just the other side of that cute wrapping paper. And then here's the back. And you can always add pockets back here. You can customize this however you want. So there's that one, and I'll just do a quick little flip of the others. It's called A Merry Christmas. And it is so vintage and cute. I love the distressing. I used the bronze photo corners again. And when you open this one up, I added this cute little side pocket. I don't know if you could see it, but it's this like little corner clear pocket. And I actually got a package of those from Daiso. And so I just slipped that in there, and I'll show you the package in case you want to go get some, but I'll also link some similar pockets you can pick up on Amazon. So here's the cute little wrapping paper page. And I'll just do a quick flip. This one doesn't have an envelope in it because I hadn't thought of it until like my third journal that I made. And then here's the cute middle pocket with the vintage children's book page. And I just added some goodies in the pockets. This is another one of those cute little flip tags. And then these beautiful images. So I love that that's the center of the book. And then here's the rest of it, just more of the pages. And then here's the back part with the rest of that little wrapping paper sample. And then I put one of those clear pockets that we all loved getting at Target. And you can get them on Amazon too. So I'll link those below for you. And I just have a cute little vintage style tag and another cute Santa image. These are so easy to make, you guys, especially if you just like mass produce, cut all your paper, get everything out, and it's so much fun. So here's that one, and I'm gonna do a quick flip of all the others that I made. ones I made so far. I hope that you like them. So let's go ahead and get started on this super easy and fun tutorial. Okay, so these are the basic items that you're gonna need to make one of these in the way that I've made them. So of course, you will need one of the cute vintage Storybook greeting cards, and I'm just gonna fold that in half. So I've chosen this one, it's super cute. And you'll need 2 pieces of scrapbook paper that measure 3 3/4 by 6. And I like to kind of make them a little on the vintage side so that way they go with the theme of the journal. And then for the filler pages, you'll just need 8 pages, and I'm using tea dyed and avocado dyed. And no, I didn't do this myself. I have done coffee dyed paper and I love doing it. I just don't have a lot of time to dye a bunch of paper, so I supported a small business and I ordered this from an Etsy shop, and I'll link that Etsy shop below. I think I've linked it below before with some coffee dyed paper. But I'm using 8 pieces, and these measure 7.5 by 6. So again, I've got 4 of each. And for that, again, you can use printer paper, notebook paper, any like thinner type of paper that you have. Even like the scrapbook paper that you can get, like the single stock, that's really thin. You can use 8 pieces of that, but just remember the measurement. And then I just use a fun little sample of vintage wrapping paper for the front. And again, this is a reproduced page. It's not the real vintage thing, so it's kind of a little bit on the thicker side. So if you don't have this exact item, just use another piece of decorative scrapbook paper. And this one happens to measure 5.5 by 5.5. And then I'm just using the envelope that comes with the card. And I'm using 2 rose gold book corners for this one. I'm using a vintage Storybook Christmas book page. So this is for the middle pocket. So this one needs to measure 7.5 by 8 tall, because when you fold this up as the pocket, you're gonna fold 2 inches like this, and then it's gonna become 6 by 7.5. So if you don't have that exact measurement of a book page, it can be any measurement, it just can't be bigger because then it'll be too tall or too wide. But if you have a smaller page, like a little golden book page, that'd work fine. Just fold it in half like this. It doesn't have to be the exact size as our filler pages. I just happen to have this perfect size right here, so I'm just gonna trim a little bit of it off to make it 7.5 by 8. So the first thing I'm gonna do is line my inside covers. I'm gonna leave the back like this because it's really a nice distressed design already. So all I'm gonna do is mat the inside covers, and the way we wanna do that is you're gonna just add glue to this, and you're gonna line up the outside edge, top and bottom of course, and it's gonna leave about 1/4 inch on both sides of the fold. So that way when you go to fold it, there's not a lot of bulk. So it's gonna look just like this, and leave that center kind of free of extra paper. So I'm gonna use some Scor tape, or you can use any double-sided like sticky tape in a roll like this. I find that it's a lot stronger than just like the roller adhesive. So I'm just gonna get the edges with this tape. And I've mentioned it before, but this Scor tape is my absolute favorite. It is really strong and really easy to use. And I'll link it below for you guys. So I'm gonna peel the backing off, and then I'm gonna fill the middle in just a little bit, just with some regular roller adhesive. But it's really important that we get the edges all with strong adhesive, and then I'm just gonna come in with a regular roller adhesive and add in the middle. Okay, so just first thing, make sure your card is right side up. And it is. So once I have that perfectly in the corner, I can kind of line up the bottom. And again, this has no border, so you're fully matting this panel. And then just lay it down, and it should be pretty close to perfect. Burnish that with my bone folder. And it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing for this side. journal is coming along really nicely. We've got it all lined on the inside and the cover is all ready to go. So now let's work on the inside pages. So I just like to mix these pages up. I've got 4 tea dyed and 4 avocado dyed. So I'm just gonna obviously do every other one. So now that I have them in the order I want, I'm just gonna stack them all together. And it is this simple. You're just gonna stack them together and fold them in half. Just like that. We folded them all in half, so they're ready to be put into the journal. But before I do that, I wanna bring over this cute little book page, and I just want to trim it just a little bit because this is 8 by 8, and so I want to trim off about 1/2 of an inch. So I'm going to do 1/4 inch on this side and 1/4 inch on this side. So now we have our 7.5 by 8 inch children's book page. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm going to fold this up and make sure it's approximately 2 inches. So that's 2 inches. So yeah, I'm going to fold it up right there and just press it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is nice and creased. So this makes our cute little pocket right here. And then all you're going to do after that is just take it and fold it in half like this. So it's the cutest little double-sided pocket. And I'm not going to worry about gluing these down just yet. We're going to do that when the book's all done. So now I'm going to take this and find the middle of my bunch of papers here. So here's the middle, and I'm just going to stick that right nestled into the middle. So it becomes the middle page of our book. So our cute little signature is coming along. I'm just gonna set it aside. So then I'm just going to take this envelope, and here's the top right here, but you're gonna turn it so it's at the bottom. Flip it over and just fold it in half. So we're just simply folding it in half. Here's the flap, so it makes a pocket here. And then just take a pair of scissors and cut a little tiny sliver off the top. So that way you have 2 top folding pockets. And this is gonna get put right into the signature as well. So I'm gonna pull that over here. I go 4 pages in, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where I put it. So I'm just gonna stick it right there in the middle and fold that over. So the last thing we have is this cute little vintage page. So what I like to do is to cover most of this front part and kind of fold this part back. So I just like to eyeball it and do this, and then I'll just remove it and kind of fold it down with my bone folder. So it's gonna go just like this. So now that we have our signature all ready to go, it's so easy. We're just gonna go ahead and staple it or sew it into the journal covers. So I'm gonna nestle this in the journal just like this, and I like to find the middle and take my thumbs and press it into that crease. So it should be flush with the top and bottom, and there should be some excess on the sides. And you've seen me do a stapled journal a million times on my channel. So at this point you can either staple it, you can do a quick little pamphlet stitch, which is super easy, but I'm gonna use my stapler because I have it right here on my desk. Absolutely love this tool. I'll link this one below, it's the best. So make sure if you don't think you can keep this secure with just your hands, just put big clips here and here and here, and it'll hold it in there. But what we're gonna do is flip this around now. The outside cover is where we're gonna do the staples 3 times. So you're gonna get near the top, near the middle, and then of course near the bottom. So So I've got it all stapled so you can turn it over and then you can fold this up. And I like to use my bone folder just to get that crease really nice. And our cute little vintage journal is almost done. So here's what it looks like after we've stapled it. It's super cute. Here's the inside cover. And we've got all of our cute pages. So we got all our dyed paper. We have this with the pocket here and one up there. And then here's our book page that we did in the center. And if you don't like the staples, you can put a piece of washi tape there. And then here is the back of that, super cute. And then we just have this part repeating again. Here's another side of the envelope, all the filler paper, and then that part of the cute little wrapping paper, and the back inside cover. So now we are going to add our book corners. It's so easy. Okay, so we're gonna add the book corners now. This is very beginner because this is the first time I've used book corners is on this project. So I don't think they really need glue, to be honest, but I'm gonna add some anyway, just for some extra security. I'm just gonna add some wet glue with my little precision bottle here. And this is just PVA glue in there. And you're supposed to have like something to chomp it down because this is what it looks like. It goes and slides onto the corner of the book and then you gotta like chomp it down. However, I've looked everywhere for like some pliers in my house or in my craft room and of course I can't find any. So to make all these, I've been using my Crop-A-Dile and I'll show you in a minute. So what I do is I just stick this on the corner. Again, look away if you want like a professional way to do this because I've never done book corners. But with the other ones, it worked perfectly fine. I just used my Crop-A-Dile. So this part up here is what sets the eyelet. And I just used that part. So I just chomped the corner here. And then I did the two sides. And it worked perfectly. See, there's the front. There's the inside. It's nice and snug on the corner of the book now. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for this side. So I got the two book corners on there and it looks really cute. I love how it turned out. So now you just get to fill this thing up with some cute embellishments and ephemera. And so you can do whatever you want with that. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Before I do that though, I'm going to take my wet glue again and glue the sides of these pockets down. So I'm just going to use the wet glue, a very thin bead, and glue the edges down so those become pockets. So I'm going to do that side and that side. So this tag came from Simple Vintage Dear Santa by Simple Stories. And I also am using some paper from this Rejoice Enhancements. It's all cut-aparts, and this is by Authentique. So I'm using some cut-aparts from that. And I'm just gonna make a cute tag out of this too, like a little fold out tag. So all I do is just fold this in half. This is my scrap paper. And it doesn't matter what measurement this is, you just fold it in half. So it's like a top folding situation like this. And I'm just going to cut a couple tags out of this. And I'm just gonna make these into some cute tags. And what I do is I'll just take this tag right here and use it as a guide to cut the little corner off. So do that one, and then I'll scoot it over here and use it as a guide. So now this is a cute tag, and I'll just punch a hole right there. And now it's just like a cute vintage scrap tag. I'm gonna show you these pockets that I got from Daiso. It's just in this little package right here. They're just little side pockets. You can glue down like a little coin envelope. You can do whatever you want. But since I had these cute little corner pockets, I decided to use them. So I'm going to find some on Amazon if you don't have a Daiso in your town. And this is just how I've been doing it. I hope it's right. So I just stick it on the back of the pocket and then obviously take off the backing. And so now it's sticky right there. And you can just place it in the corner. and then it becomes a cute little side pocket, and we can put some goodies in there. So like I'll put a tag maybe or some journal cards, and so it just goes right into the pocket. I think that's pretty cute. So I'm going to work on just a few little pieces of ephemera. So sit back and relax, and I'm gonna fill this up with goodies. Okay, so our cute little junk journal is all done. I think it turned out so cute. And the camera isn't really doing the color of this justice. It's so worn and vintage, and it's just such nice quality. So here is our cute little book. We open it and we have a little side pocket over here with a tag and a little Santa image. And I love how that's all hanging out at the top. And then our cute little wrapping paper sample right here. All our beautiful pages, of course. And then here's that envelope. You can do as much as you want with this. I just have our cute little vintage dyed tag, top folding tag with the sticker from that card set. And then up here I have this tag. And I added some beautiful green seam binding from MyScrapcabin shop. So I'll link her shop below along with a coupon code. I love the seam binding look. And of course more beautiful pages here. And then my favorite part, which is the middle, the little book page here, we made a pocket. So I put two cute little journaling cards in there. I love these. They look like they go with the storybook theme. And then of course there's the other side. All these pages. And this, and I stuck one of these cute little vintage style stickers on here. And then here's our other cute tag, and then a top loading one up here. And then we have the rest of our pages. And then I stuck one of those clear pockets from Target, and I just added two really pretty journaling cards in there. So again, you can make this your own. Use your paper, use whatever embellishments you want. And it is so easy. I love making these. I want to make a bunch more. So for pricing at my craft fair, I'm gonna price these at $15. So here they all are, and here's the one we made together. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. So before I end this video, I wanted to mention that I do have some stuff in my Etsy shop. I recently put together a bunch of de-stash boxes for fall and Halloween crafty things. There is so much scrapbook paper, really high quality items. I'm calling these ones de-stash because it's everything that I am de-stashing from my own stash, and I still do have some of my amazing grab boxes available also. And you guys know me, I jam pack these things and you can really build your stash with these boxes. So I also have my autumn ephemera kits, a few of those left as well. I really appreciate the support. Even if you're done with fall crafting, you can still get one of these and kind of put it away for next year, or still continue on with your crafting for fall. I love fall crafting in November because I like to make what I call a November daily, and it's like a gratitude journal, and I use all kinds of autumn ephemera and fall things, and I love having Halloween stuff on hand as well. So head over to my Etsy shop and snag one of the boxes or the ephemera kits before they're all gone and before I start listing Christmas items. So thank you again so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project. I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I am so excited for my craft fair. It's in 2 weeks, so I gotta get going on these. I have 3 more craft fair videos to share with you. I'm gonna be sure to do a video of my craft fair and show you how I set everything up, and I cannot wait to share that. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in just a few days for the next craft fair series video. Bye!